What finally made your gentle grandpa snap in front of the whole family? My grandpa Walter was the kindest man I've ever known. Soft-spoken, always in a flannel shirt with a pen in the pocket. Could fix anything with his hands and never once bragged about it. After Grandma passed, he moved in with my Aunt Denise's family, and within a couple of years, he'd quietly become their handyman, chauffeur, and unpaid groundskeeper. Every morning at dawn, Grandpa would be up shoveling the driveway in winter, mowing in summer, fixing whatever broke overnight. He'd warm up the car for my cousins, scrape the ice off their windshields, and drive them to school in his old green pickup that smelled like cedar and coffee. He built a bookshelf for Madison, rewired a lamp for Jordan, patched every bike tire and clogged drain in that house. My cousins, Jordan, 16, Madison, 14, and little Cole, 11, treated him like the hired help. They'd track mud across floors he'd just cleaned, leave their bikes broken in the yard expecting them fixed by morning, and complain when he did anything less than instantly. Grandpa, the Wi-Fi router thing you set up is slow. Grandpa, can you build me a desk by this weekend? I have a project. He'd just chuckle and say, you bet, kiddo, then stay out in the cold garage past midnight sanding wood while they gamed upstairs. My Aunt Denise worked long hours and let the kids treat him like furniture. Every time I visited, I'd find Grandpa on a ladder cleaning their gutters while they scrolled past him on the porch, or hauling their laundry up 2 flights because they forgot. Last Thanksgiving, the whole extended family gathered at Denise's. But this year, Grandpa had spent 3 solid weeks on something special. He'd hand-built a big farmhouse dining table from scratch, planned the boards, joined it, stained it, the works. It was gorgeous. The kind of thing you'd see in a magazine. He'd also refinished the old dining chairs to match. He was so proud, wearing his good shirt, waiting for everyone to see it. We all filed in, and the table looked stunning. Grandpa was beaming, running his hand along the edge he'd sanded smooth. That's when Jordan flopped into a chair, glanced at it, and smirked. Kinda rustic, isn't it? Looks like something from a yard sale. Madison giggled. Yeah, the wood's all uneven. Couldn't we just get a real one from the store? Cole knocked his knuckles on it. It's wobbly. This is kind of janky, Grandpa. The room went quiet. Before I could say anything, my Aunt Denise just laughed it off. Sorry, Dad. Kids have fancy taste these days. Maybe we'll grab something from the furniture outlet this weekend. I watched Grandpa's face. For about 10 seconds, he just stood there, one hand resting on the table he'd built. Then he nodded slowly, walked to the garage, and came back with his work gloves on and a furniture dolly. Without a word, he tipped the table, slid it onto the dolly, and started wheeling it toward the garage. Grandpa, what are you doing? Madison asked, suddenly nervous. He didn't stop. He loaded the table into the bed of his truck. Then he came back for the refinished chairs, one by one, and loaded those too. The bookshelf he'd built Madison, the desk he'd made Cole, the little bench by the door, everything he'd built for that house, out to the truck, while the whole family sat frozen. Finally, he came back in, pulled off his gloves, and gave this calm, tired smile. Well, since my work's just janky yard sale junk, I'd hate for any of you to be embarrassed by it. I'll take it off your hands. Jordan tried to backpedal. Grandpa, I didn't mean— He held up a hand gently. Oh, you were clear, son. Rustic, uneven, wobbly, janky. Those were your words. He picked up his keys. I'm moving in with your Uncle Ray tomorrow. He's been asking me to help fix up his place for a year. You 3 can figure out your own rides and your own repairs from here on. Denise shot up. Dad, wait. Who's going to drive the kids? Who's going to fix things around here? He paused at the door. That sounds like a you problem, sweetheart. Then he looked back once. And don't call me next week when you realize how much I actually did around here. I'm 74, and I'm done being invisible. The door shut softly behind him. He moved in with Uncle Ray the next morning. My cousins learned fast. A broken dryer nobody could fix. Flat bike tires, walking to school in the rain. Denise was calling repairmen and a driving service within days. Best part? Grandpa's thriving. Uncle Ray put that handmade table in the center of his dining room and tells everyone who visits, my brother built this. Isn't it something? Grandpa just smiles every time. Someone finally noticed.